I'm coming to you live from his home office. We are about to go ahead and start our Google Hangout. I'm going to go ahead and go in a holding pattern. I'm going to wait for everyone to arrive and hopefully give myself a little more light if possible. And in the meantime, I'm also going to pull up some important documents regarding, let's see, the requirements that we need for our demonstration speech. So if everyone will bear with me, we should be able to have this thing up and running in a little bit of no time at all. Also would help if you also share the URL too.
Hello, Dr. Robinson.
Hi there, who is that?
Mary Burge.
Hello, Miss Birch, how are you?
I'm great.
Good, good, good. I'm negotiating, I'm actually navigating between dinner with my son. I'm having to cook it. I'm also trying to get everything ready for this as well.
Yes.
I'm going to become the ultimate multitasker. I hope you can bear with me.
Yes.
Okay. Be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. You sandwiches? Mm-hmm. It's 8 hours away. He moving back though. You said he moving back? Mm-hmm. No, I was gonna fly. You going by yourself? Huh? You was going by yourself? Yeah. My best friend just. I don't know. So you could have drove. Only 8 hours. Oh no, I was free. I was free. Okay, Mom, I'm ready. Where y'all trying to go? I'm ready. My friend. Don't nobody get used to Robbie outfit. For real? I've been working there for 6 months. I have not been anywhere. Nobody else has. I really have. Girl, please don't play with me. Because I would love to fly to Florida just to see my dad. But yeah. Hey, y'all, I'm in class right now. Is it hard? I'm in class. I said, is it hard, the stuff we asked for? Yeah. What we eat? Put down, seatbelt. Oh, you emailed you. Stop touching me. No, I asked your question. You ain't answering. I said, is it hard when we emailed you or no? Hard. What we emailed you. And I don't know what's the matter.
Oh boy. Hello, everybody. Bird, you're there. I have Latasha.
Yes.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot of people. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and get started early. Well, actually late. I apologize for that. My son and I, we were at the dog park, anyway to get his homework done, please forgive me. So first, I think I need to go ahead and issue a formal apology. I think part due to the fact because for some reason the assignment for the demonstration speech as far as the outline as well as the PowerPoint presentations. Okay, so that didn't go over too well this time. Usually it goes over very smoothly, but for some reason we had quite a few people who were unable to really, one, understand the gist of what I was looking for. And I think a large part of that is attributed to the fact that students did not really look at the syllabus or until after the fact when they received zeros on their presentations, or at least their demonstration PowerPoint presentation, and their outline. Hi, Brendan. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I was telling everyone that I owe everyone, I think, a little bit of an apology, part due to the fact because this assignment didn't go as smoothly as it has gone in the past. And I don't really understand how or why. I think part of it is because we had some people who didn't really follow through, read the syllabus, or come to the Hangouts, or watch the Hangouts in the past. And so because of that, it kind of threw everyone off. So these things do happen, and I don't want anyone to panic. I don't want anyone to say I need to jump ship. Don't do that. I want to make sure that I'm being as fair as I can to everyone. So what I am doing on two things is I'm going to go ahead and really, first, I'm going to kind of hold back a little bit on the discussion boards. I really want to make sure that we get these aspects of the presentation part right. So what I have done, we all said that the speeches were going to be due pretty much on this, they were going to be due on this Sunday. I elected to go ahead and modify the assignment and make these speeches actually due a week from this Sunday. And I've already done that in Blackboard. So if you go into Blackboard, you can see that the submission there, it's obviously there. You can go ahead and submit what you need up to the 18th. Now, if you've submitted something already, I will go ahead and evaluate it, but I'll give you an opportunity to make revisions, of course, because I want to make sure that I'm being upfront and fair with everyone at all times. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes, sir.
Anyone else?
Dr. Robinson, so you speaking on the demonstration speech that was due on last Sunday?
Well, the speech was not due last Sunday. Actually, it was due. I modified the due date on that to the 11th. But then I also noticed that I've not really given anyone a lot of good feedback yet on the PowerPoint presentations. And so what I want to do is really look over those in detail with those who submitted them and really go ahead and help them get the PowerPoint presentations up to speed in some cases. On top of that, too, what I would like to do is give everyone, again, some models of how to really do the actual demonstration speech in tandem with your PowerPoint presentation.
Thank you.
Because I think that will help everyone to, take a little confusion out. And again, this is the speech. These two speeches are really designed, in my honest opinion, to really help to build a good, solid foundation for your grade. The introduction speech as well as this. The other thing that I also want to do is I'm giving some thought, and I wanted to hear what you all had to say about this, and I'll make a decision based upon what we talk about. Usually we have 4 speeches. We have the informative speech and the persuasive speech. But from what I'm noticing, again, I think because of the pace and how we have been moving, not bad, not too slow, not too fast, but I don't know if we'll have enough time to really give enough real full detail to a persuasive speech. So I wanted to know how you would feel if we actually really put a lot of good time, effort, and good feedback into the demonstration speech, and then we come back and we let the informative speech be our final speech. Would that be something that you all would be interested in?
I would be interested in it. Would that change anything in regards to the requirements for the demonstration speech as far as getting an audience and things of that nature?
Well, see, that's just it. You don't have to have it. For the demonstration speech, there's no need for an audience.
Yeah, that's what I was just making sure of. I didn't know if you were going to be changing the requirements for that since we're going
No.
Okay.
If I make a change, my goal is to make a change that's really going to benefit the student as well as myself. And I say that because I don't want anyone to feel, and it's very easy to feel lost in this type of class when we have so many things that we're trying to get done. So I don't want people to feel lost. I really want to make sure that we can really meet the needs of everybody. And I will still keep the video tutorials up and running for you, because I think in some cases that has really helped a lot of people. Hold on. Yes, Rusty?
Me and my dad are.
Me and your dad?
No, me and my mom are done checking.
Okay, cool. Enjoy time with Mom.
Oh.
The life of a single dad. So, what I would like to do is find out if you would be interested in modifying the syllabus so that we really only have 3 speeches. And what I will do, I will actually count your best speech twice. That way, you still get 4 grades, but again, the second grade is really going to augment anything that you have had an issue with. Would that work out for you guys?
Yes.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. What about you, Donnie? What do you say?
I think that sounds very good.
Okay, okay. And again, I want to apologize. I know that I've been kind of out of pocket. Part due to illness, the other part due to I'm actually the head of a search committee at the institution, but that really should not have an impact upon the quality of service that I give to you guys. So again, what I can do, whatever I can do to help be of service, even going over your PowerPoint presentations in this venue, if you want, for those who are here, I'm more than willing to do that, to give you some feedback and to also share with you what we're looking at or what we're looking forward to in regards to your speech. What I want to do while we have some time available is to also take some time to look at 1 or 2 demonstration speeches that have actually been successful in the course. And as we do that, I think it will, and I'll also make those available online too, so you can go back and look at what they did and see how it all plays out, how it all works. And also so that no one has great anxiety. Everyone is passing. I don't want anyone to feel as though that no, everyone's passing. The idea here is for everyone, in my honest opinion, to have a good experience and to walk out with a good, strong skill set. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up some presentations that students have done in the past that should be able to help you. So you can actually see what they have done. Actually, I will go to another class, shell. That's probably the better thing to do. And as I do that, that should let you see a good model of a demonstration speech that's been done. So let me go here and pull this up. Do you guys have any comments or questions for me?
I had one, but I think we're going to cover with these examples you're about to show us.
Well, state your question.
Last, when we did the introduction speech, you had like a rubric you showed us as far as your expectations specifically for what you were going to be looking for. Is that something we're going to be going over this evening?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I also have a copy of that, and I will go ahead and go over that with you. Let's go ahead and do that now while we are looking for other material. Because I actually placed that available in Blackboard already, but let's also, while we can, go ahead and go to Word and look at that first. Hurry up. The blue ball of mystery. Let's see. And we're going to wait for that to load.
Also, I don't mind if you pull mine up and look at it and critique it as well.
Okay, good, good, good. I have no problem doing that. All right, so let's go ahead and do screen share right quick. JR? While you're out there doing what you're doing, you need to get your book and read. I'm going to write a book on how to raise a child as a single black man. I'm telling you. Okay. Okay, can everyone see this?
It's kind of small.
All right, let's see if I can make it big. How about that? Is that better?
It's about the same. Hey, that's better.
Yeah, you just zoomed in. That looks better.
Okay, good. So, all right, so what we have basically, again, is the basic checklist of what we're looking for regarding the demonstration speech. Now, every one of you has already done the outline, and again, it should be demonstrating a physical fitness activity. We pretty much have that. Let's go over, if we can, not the outline per se, but now let's go over the PowerPoint. And again, I'll be double checking the PowerPoint. If there's a flaw with the PowerPoint, let's go ahead and take some time to look over it and make those modifications. The background does not have anything that detracts from text or the graphics. The choice of the background is appropriate to the topic. The presentation is free of clip art, and we'll go over what that is specifically. The student is physically demonstrating the fitness activity. Photographs used are employing the rules of thirds, font, colors, formats, and all. They have been carefully planned to enhance the readability and so forth. Presentation has no misspellings or grammatical errors. All graphics are attractive, etc., etc. The PowerPoint contains video. The video should play seamlessly. The presentation has at least 7 slides. Each slide contains no more than 10 words per slide. The student in the demonstration is dressed in appropriate attire. And I'll tell you why I had to spell this out. We've actually had people who will say, I'm going to demonstrate how to serve a tennis ball, but do it in blue jeans. So that happened. So we want to make sure that we're not sending visual mixed messages. On top of that, again, the student, let's see, they're at an appropriate location. We had a person who was showing how to shoot a basketball in their apartment. Not a good move. Technical requirements. Student is framed properly with a camera, basically, when they're doing the speech, mind you. It's a waist and shoulder shot. And that needs to be the About Me page. That needs to be there. The student has been adequately lit for the purposes of visibility. The audio is clear. There has no background noise there. The YouTube settings, of course, have been set to public. All right, so the actual performance of the speech. The speech should, first of all, let me also put this out here too. Speech, whoops, one second. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm being cheesy. I'll just say this way. The speech itself is no more than 5 minutes, no less than 3. All right, so also the PowerPoint demonstration, you're not reading the PowerPoint presentation verbatim. Also, we want to make sure that you're smiling, and we want to see that you're smiling visibly as well as in the tone of your voice. The student is dressed in business casual attire. Now, business casual for men, I think, would be khakis and a polo shirt tucked in, of course, or something that, again, is business casual but not too casual. Ladies, I'm going to let you all look that up as well. Not too casual, well, this way. Khakis as well, something a polo or even a button down, but again, the idea is something that covers up any visible body art. Well groomed. You see, if you have any piercings, please remove those. And pretty much something that is pretty much, you know, again, somewhat professional. What I want to do now, believe it or not, is I'm now going to try to find, if I can, the some models of the, let's see, some models, if you will, of the actual demonstration speeches. And I think I have 1 or 2 that we can look at that'll tell you or give you an idea of what I'm looking for in a finished product. Let's see. So I'm going to go to content right now, and I'm going to make these available. So let me go ahead and pull this up. I'm going to open this.
Hello.
Okay, good. So let me try to make this as big as possible, if I can.
Hello, my name is Wendy Rock.
And we're going to go to our YouTube channel. Let me go ahead and do a screen share here so you can see it. And I'm going to let it play in its entirety so you can kind of see what we have here, okay? Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Wendy Wright, and today I will be presenting my demonstration speech on 30-minute treadmill workout. This is my Elements of Speech class with Dr. Robinson. So, 30-minute treadmill workout. If getting in shape and losing weight are primary concerns, then treadmills might be the best machine to accomplish these objectives. In recent studies, users who felt they had exercised strenuously on bikes and treadmills actually lost 25% more calories on the treadmill. The treadmill is very easy to use. It has a predictable surface that is much easier for you to negotiate than sidewalks, curbs, trails, and the risk of tripping is greatly reduced when you're using a treadmill as opposed to, again, sidewalks and the curbs. Now, all aspects of the workout can be controlled by the user. You can control whether or not you want it to be on an incline, whether or not you want a cool down period, a warm up period, and you can control the energy of that workout. Users can design the program to best fit the time that they have or the amount of time that they want to work out, as well as special features to monitor the heart rate while you are working out as well. So during my presentation, I will actually be demonstrating an actual workout of the treadmill, and also prior to the workout, I will be demonstrating how to stretch, because I think it's a great idea, at least for me, when I'm working out, to go ahead and do some stretching so I don't hurt myself while I'm working out. So again, if getting in shape and losing weight is your primary purpose, then the treadmill is a good tool to help you do that. It's also, as I stated before, it's easy to use, and it also has that predictable surface. Now, again, as I mentioned, what I like to do is start by stretching, and I chose the hamstring stretches because it stretches my legs or my leg muscles before I actually work out. So, and again, this is prior to me working out, doing that 30-minute treadmill workout. So what I'm doing with the stretches is I'm bending my leg, my right leg first, and I'm just holding down on my bending forward with my left leg is the leg that's actually being stretched. And again, I'm stretching those hamstring muscles to get me prepared for this big workout. So what I do is, after the workout, I start by selecting the program that I want on the treadmill, which is very easy. It has, you know, the pace that you want, the time that you want, you can select. It shows you the number of calories that you are losing in that workout. You have a segment time, a vertical left, it shows you the watts. You can select whether you want to monitor your heart rate, whether or not you want an incline, what kind of terrain simulation that you want on the treadmill, and it's very user-friendly, very easy to use. Now, what I did in this picture, I actually chose the incline. The incline actually, again, is a simulation of a hill, as if you were actually running up a hill. Now, it's a little more strenuous on the muscles, but it builds your muscles as well. So in the beginning of my 30-minute workout, what I do is I actually take 10 minutes to kind of warm up. So I'm running, or actually I'm walking at a steady pace for 10 minutes before I actually get into running. Now, after the 10-minute warm-up, I actually kind of pick up the pace a little bit. I start running a little faster, and I kind of hold on to that pace. So I continued running that pace for about 15 minutes. And, you know, my heart is pumping. I'm sweating by this time. I'm tired. And I generally, what I do is I listen to a little music to kind of keep me focused on what I'm doing. So I'm not so focused on me being tired and wanting to stop. So I usually listen to some jazz or maybe some gospel, every now and then a little R&B, or I might listen to something if I'm really tired, because I generally go at 5:30 in the morning to the gym, and I go before work, and at 5:30 I'm really not wanting to be there. So sometimes I'll listen to a little rap to kind of get me pumped up for my treadmill workout. So after the 15 minutes, then I'm ready for a cool down. So I reduce the speed on the treadmill so I can cool down a little bit. And then what I do, instead of running, I do a fast-paced walk for that 5-minute cool down. And so after I have cooled down for the 5 minutes, that actually completes my 30-minute workout. So just to kind of go over that 30-minute workout and the process that I use is I first start out with some hamstring stretches to kind of get me prepared for the run or for the treadmill workout. And I do that for maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes, kind of stretching a little bit. And then I start on the treadmill. I choose my different selections, whether I want to incline, how fast I want to go, or the time period. So I go ahead and put in my programs. And then I start with a warm-up. For 10 minutes, I warm up, and I usually do a walking, fast-paced walk. And then for 15 minutes, I actually go ahead and run. So I increase my rate. My heart gets to pumping, adrenaline flowing, and I really feel like I'm working out. Again, I listen to music while I'm doing this to kind of keep me on focus and keep me in the mood. And then after the 15 minutes, I usually do a 5-minute cool down. So I decrease the speed, and I'm generally doing, I'm walking at a fast pace to kind of slow down. And after the workout, I really feel good. Now, I'm committing to actually starting on tomorrow morning, which is Monday. I am starting to, I'm going to commit to at least working out regularly, at least 3 times a week, 5:30 in the morning. So I do the treadmill workout for about 30 minutes. And I'm going to do that for 3 months. My goal is to lose weight. And again, remember at the beginning of my presentation, I said if your primary goal is to lose weight or get in shape. So I want to get in shape as well as lose weight. So I'm committing for 3 months, and hopefully I'll lose at least 10 pounds. So thank you so very much for allowing me to present my treadmill workout.
Okay. So, what did you think? Give me feedback.
I thought she kind of went over it maybe 2 or 3 times. You know, like she did the speech a couple times almost. Right. But I thought it was good. I thought it was thorough. But I did think she, you know, kind of repeat herself several times.
Okay. Other feedback.
Don't we have to stand up? Like we could sit down in front of the TV or wherever we putting our PowerPoint on?
Well, I would prefer if you would stand up when you deliver your speech. That would be good to me. Remember, you don't have to have an audience of people. But again, I do want you to make the presentation as though you're making the presentation to me and anyone else, as you did do for your speech of introduction. Some people have made or asked the question, do we have to demonstrate the same activity as we're doing our speech? And the answer is no. That's why we had to do the PowerPoint presentation. The PowerPoint presentation primarily is for us to see a step-by-step diagram of you doing the actual presentation, as opposed to basically other people doing the demonstration. I'm going to pull up another demonstration speech that we have that you can see, that you'll be able to see how this person did theirs. I think they have it. I hope they have it. Yes. This person did a demonstration speech on swimming, and this one was kind of to the point. Again, they did what they needed to do. I want you to give me your feedback on this one. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me. My name is Amy Curlay, and today we're going to be talking about learning how to swim the backstroke. It's a great way to jumpstart your quest for full body workout. It's fun and it's refreshing. Swimming's for everyone. That's one of the great things about it. It's accessible to people of all ages and abilities, and it's even something that people with disabilities, joint problems, or exercise-induced asthma can participate in. It's a total body workout. There's a cardiovascular aspect to swimming as well as strength training. When you swim, you do engage all 4 of your muscle groups. There are also hidden benefits. It's optimal for cross-training. So if you're an athlete who's playing football or running, any sport at all, with swimming, you can incorporate that into your workout to keep things exciting, to break things up, and to perhaps engage with muscle groups that you wouldn't ordinarily engage with. Also, it's refreshing, and when you leave the pool, you have this great release of endorphins, which can benefit everyone in our stressful life. When we're thinking about learning how to swim the backstroke, there are certain steps. Of course, there's going to be equipment that you need. There's pre-swim stretching, and then we'll get to executing the stroke. First of all, it's important to talk about the equipment you need. Of course, you're going to have to get yourself to a swim facility, whether it be indoor or outdoor. Open body waters is fine for swimming as well, but it is important to make sure there's a lifeguard present, especially if you're a beginner. Of course, everyone needs a swimsuit. For women, the tank is preferable. Loose fitting is not as good as a nice snug fit for males and females. Goggles are nice if you have contacts or sensitive eyes. If you have ear problems, you'll want to get some earplugs. Very simple. And a swim cap is nice to help you protect your hair. Now, once you get to the pool and you have all of the equipment that you need, you're ready to get started. Now, before you do any exercise, it's really important to do a pre-workout stretch. So with swimming, there's really important that you do maybe about a minute of stretching. I incorporate about 4 stretches and work them for about 15 seconds each. So as you'll see on the video that's playing behind us here, I am starting out with just a basic stretch. You don't hold with the stretch, you just keep going. Again, you're going to be doing that for about 15 seconds. Then you can go into a split stretch, or split squat rather. And again, you're getting the blood flowing to your extremities and preparing your body for the workout to come. Again, about 15 seconds for the split stretch. And then we're going to move into a skier stretch. Now with this, you just pretend that you're a downhill skier with your poles in hand, moving those arms, pumping them up and down while you're doing a slight squat. And then you can go using your arms in not working in tandem, but in opposition to each other. And now we can move on to our tricep stretch. That's incorporated by raising your arm over your head, reaching around to your back of your neck, and just pulling down on your elbow. That's going to prepare your triceps and your arms for all that pulling that you're going to do as you're in the pool. So after your stretch, then you're going to move on to your stroke. So before I have a student enter the pool, or before a beginner enters the pool, it's important to understand the mechanics of the stroke while you're on the dry deck. So with the stroke, for the back stroke, it's both arms working in opposition to each other. You're making the basic same exact motion with each arm. You're coming up with your thumb forward towards your body, and as you come over your head, you're going to turn your arm around, creating a sort of a paddle with your hand. You'll go into the water for your recovery phase and come back up. The entire time that you're doing this stroke, again, your arms are in opposition to one another. So you'll go right first and then left. The next thing to think about, of course, is going to be your kick. Now, the kick is called a flutter kick. I'm going to show you in this quick demonstration, this is your flutter kick. As you see, the power is coming from the hips. You are keeping loose ankles and loose feet as you're kicking, fluttering motion, creating like this, up and under the water, creating a roiling effect above the water. Don't have to get real crazy with that kick, but it is very powerful. And again, that power comes right from your hips. Now, once you are all prepared, you've done your stretching, and you know how to perform your stroke, and you know how to perform your kick, it's time to go ahead and get into the pool. Once you're in the pool, with the backstroke, one of the most important aspects is your start. You're going to start on the side of the pool, and you can either hold on, as I am here on the side of the pool, feet up on the side, knees up to your chest, push off hard with your feet, arms throw back, and then just simply go into your stroke. We'll show that once again. Again, knees up to the chest, pushing off with the feet, and the arms are just going straight back and then right into your stroke that we demonstrated on the dry deck. Now, once you have got your start under control, you are ready to go ahead and start swimming. So with this little short clip video, you're going to see me demonstrate the stroke. This time, I'm starting from the grab bar underneath and just pushing off with my feet and into the stroke. Left, right, very fluid motion. Again, as you are performing your stroke, your arms are working in opposition to each other, and you are continuously kicking with your flutter kick the entire time. This is a really fun stroke for beginners because it doesn't involve any really complicated breathing techniques, nor do you have to put your face into the water. These are both things that are very intimidating for early swimmers, for even lots of people, regardless if they've been swimming for a long time. So before the backstroke, you don't have to worry about that. However, you know, incorporating the backstroke in with other strokes is going to help you to improve your physical fitness overall. It has been said, physicians have said, that swimming is one of the best overall activities for a full body workout. So when we say swim for your life, it's because it can really add to your workout routine and help you to stay healthy. And again, learning the backstroke is a great place to start. If you've never swam before, this is one of the first strokes you can learn along with the 4 basic strokes. Now, when you're swimming, you're going to be accomplishing a lot of things. You're going to be building muscle, you're going to be becoming refreshed, you're strengthening your body, you're releasing endorphins, and you're improving your health. So this is a really great cycle to get into, and if you would like to learn how to swim, you can always go to a Y or a local city pool. Swim lessons are very reasonable. And thank you for your time today. I do appreciate it very much, and I hope that you guys will meet me at the pool.
Okay. Feedback. What do you think?
Overall, decent speech. To me personally, we all get nervous speaking, especially publicly. Her cadence, the way she started off, seemed a little off. It seemed a little robotic and a little too fast initially, and she was kind of rocking in emotion, kind of like trying to keep herself calm.
Right.
That, even with the frame rate on my end, I kind of noticed it. It just seemed a little weird to me as far as the presentation. I found it distracting, but you can tell she practiced with her videos because she was able to seamlessly move from one video to the next and explain what was going on without actually even having to look at the video herself.
Good observation. Who else? Donnie.
Yes, sir. I agree a lot with what he just said. I mean, I thought the video thing was, pretty impressive that she was able just to point out, even almost cue it up. you know, when she was going to say what she was demonstrating. I thought that was pretty good, and there were, I mean, very few pictures, that kind of deal. The presentation itself, I thought she seemed excited about what she was doing, so I think that would keep your attention for a little while.
Right. And again, I mean, now I'll be honest with you, the reason that I'm now reducing the time on that from I actually had it going, I was like, no, I don't want it to be 7 minutes, that's just too damn long. But at the same time, it's like, if you can go ahead and keep me engaged, we have to think about the attention span of your audience. Now, I'm not saying that I have a 5-minute attention span, but I want to make sure that you give me the highlights. She gave me a good presentation. I was very pleased with what I saw. Very good presentation on the front side. But what I would like to have seen on additionally was just a more of a condensed version with that. Mary, what would you say? What do you think about it? Mary, what would you say? What did you think about it?
I thought it was great. I do feel like she did go over the 5 minutes that we are required to do. But other than that, it was a great presentation.
Right.
What made
it great?
I like that she, like they were saying, she didn't really have to look at her PowerPoint to know what it's like. She took time to study her presentation, and I thought she did great.
Good, good. So my goal is, as you do this presentation, I really want to make sure that you put a lot of time into this, because again, for me, this speech, in addition to the informative speech, what I'm looking for, I am looking for you to basically, I'm sorry, my son and my dog are playing with each other. It's got me cracking up. But basically, hold on. JR, Abby! Dog and kid, front and center. Both of you teaching class right now, okay? God. I said, I'm on sitcom some days. But anyway, bottom line is this. Practice, again, I think, as you have pointed out, is essential. Yes, she looked as though that she very much was extremely familiar with her presentation, and she knew what to do, knew the cues and everything. I think that really is important. So that's another reason why I want to make sure that you will have as much time to be as familiar with your presentations, and also have an opportunity to really be one with your presentation, because when you're able to do that, then you'll be able to be at your best. And I think with this presentation, again, even though it is technically challenging, technically difficult, I'll be the first to admit it, I think that when you finish it and you see that, then you'll be very proud of what you've done, because then you can translate that into any discipline. What are some of the things that you are concerned with as you are preparing your presentations? Crickets?
I'm just nervous.
I think this is
Oh, go ahead.
for me.
Shut up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Oh, no,
but
you're
Go ahead.
No, I think this is going to be the most fun for me, because I actually like and enjoy what I'm going to be demonstrating. So, I mean, I've coached for many years, so when I'm demonstrating, you know, the baseball swing or the softball swing or whatever, you know, I actually enjoy doing that. And I feel like if I can take a person who don't know anything about that and kind of show them how to do it, you know, and where they walk away feeling, hey, I learned something, I think that's kind of fun. So
yeah, and that's one of the things that I wanted to try to do with this. Even though, and again, allow me to explain, if I can, my motif or my reason for why I wanted to do a fitness activity. The fitness activity to demonstrate for me, I think it kind of equals out the playing field for everybody. Some people may be verbose in fitness, others may not. But none of us have really had to sit down and physically demonstrate what we're doing or what we like to do. I can tell you, for me, when I went through the process of actually dissecting the deadlifts that I do, and then having to explain it in a speech, it was, I'll be very honest with you, it was a lot of time and effort I had to put into it. And the reason I say that is because I had to go back and say, wow, why do I have these shoes? Or why am I pulling in this direction? Why do I have all these pieces of equipment? And I could have made it more technical even in the PowerPoint presentation, because there's even some physics involved with it. So the main thing that I want you all to do is to have fun with these presentations. I don't want you to look at these presentations like, oh God, it's the end of the world or anything like that. No, it's something that you know how to do, or something that is easy for you to do. Swinging a golf club, or pitching, as you say, a softball. We take those things that we do for granted, but then when we have to actually go step by step and then have someone photograph us doing those things, and then make sure that we're presenting the stuff in a curve or a learning curve that's not, not understood for us but for the other person, it kind of really goes into the idea of, okay, I have to explain this, go step by step, and make a good presentation about it, while at the same time engaging my audience, making sure that I'm not using jargon, which we talk about in the text. Could you imagine if I were attempting to explain to you the concept of hegemony, talking about Antonio Gramsci, talking about the notion of coercion, talking about capitalistic powers, talking about Marx, and doing all that within the context of 5 minutes? You all would think I was crazy. But if I were able to, again, explain the same concept, talking about the notion of cultural identity or cultural ideology and what culture reigns supreme, that makes a whole lot more sense, I guess, in comparison to going into all of the technical terms, jargon, and going into various bits and pieces that don't make sense. And that's what I want you to try to do as you're making your demonstration speeches. I want you to try to, we'll put it this way, I want you to try to teach it as though you would teach someone who is a layperson, or in my case, a 9-year-old. Very crazy, very true. How many of you all have children, or have someone that you have to talk, well, not talk to? How many of you have someone that you have to really break things down to in a very basic, rudimentary level? Be it student athletes, be it students as a whole, or be it people who are laypersons in disciplines that you all know very well.
Right. I mean, I have a lot. Yeah, and I have 5 children of my own, so. Yeah. Okay.
Or let's say in your case, Mr. Tate, I mean, you are an officer, but how would you have to explain some technique to new recruits? That would be something that's very hard to do. Not hard, but technical jargon, but then how do you translate that into something that they understand? Or better yet, let's say you were a student in law school and they had to explain that to you, and again, they're using legalese. So the goal here is to take what we all know, or even learn something that we don't know, and again, translate that so that you're able to get audience engagement. Translate that so that you're able to get the information across visually and maintain the attention of the audience, and again, at the same time, show and prove. And that's one of the reasons why I like the idea of using a fitness activity, because again, it also gives us an opportunity to have a little fun too. Some of us are like, I'm going to show how to shoot a basketball. And that's great. Get you outside, get you active. That's my opinion. Okay, so what's some of the comments, questions, anxieties, if you have any, that you have for me? So we can go ahead and quash those and get you guys ready to make some smashing performances on these speeches. Because my goal, I want everyone to have A's at the end of this speech. Everyone should have an A at the end of this speech. So I want to make sure that we can make that happen. So what are some of the comments or concerns you have so we can try to work as a team and even work, one-on-one to make that happen?
With the presentations that we already submitted, are you going to give us comments on them, or no?
I am. What I'm going to do, as I explained earlier, I've been kind of delayed. I've actually had some face-to-face classroom issues that I've had to address, My goal is to take time to give you feedback on each one of those presentations. That's why I've actually delayed or said I'm going to push back the actual presentation date until like mid-October. It gives me enough time to come back and take a look at what you have individually, say how can we make this better. And so I will do that individually. And if you want to come by my office, you are more than welcome to do so, because I want to make sure that we get you guys off to a good start with. So I will be looking at that and giving you feedback by the end of this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of my primary concerns, was getting feedback from the introduction speech, and then watching those 2 videos and this discussion tonight, it's kind of quelled a lot of my concerns, just seeing other examples of what you're expecting, and that it's a bit more clear now.
Yeah, I think the main thing is that we want to make sure that you, if you have video, when it plays. But the other thing too is to see what the finished product looks like. And I think now that you've seen that, does this look like something that is technically difficult for you all to do?
The PowerPoint was more difficult than I think the speech is going to be. I think the speech is going to be, you know, a lot more fun.
Yeah,
the PowerPoint ended up being fun, but it didn't start off that way. So.
Well, what's interesting is that you have to, and I think what Brandon makes a good point of is that practice. You have to get yourself as familiar as you can with the presentation. And I'm going to be very direct. I don't expect anyone to make a presentation exactly the way I would make it. Part due to the fact because, again, I want to make sure that at least, somebody just joined us in this lab. I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to learn on your own, but equally important, I also want to make sure that I don't want to stifle your creativity. I want you to think of what you can do. And as I also say that, I also look at the fact that I've been making PowerPoint presentations for 15 years. So for me, there's a certain level that I'm going to look for, certain things that I'm going to expect of myself. But again, we look at the fact that I've been doing it for 15 years compared to you guys who, in some cases you're just starting, or in other cases you've done it, but you're looking for ways to make what you do better. So definitely, I want to make sure that I'm able to meet your needs in that regard. So I want to make sure I'm not holding you to not to my own standard, but to a certain standard that is one that you can appreciate. Other comments?
I hate to do it, guys, but I'm gonna have to run. But as always, it's been a pleasure, Dr. Russell, and everybody.
Okay. Not a problem. We're looking forward to it. I'll see you. So what I'll do, if you want, Donnie, why don't you schedule a hangout with me personally, and we can go ahead and look up at your presentation one-on-one, okay?
Okay, we'll try to do that.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you for coming. Anyone else have any other comments or feedback or questions?
I do, Dr. Robinson. So right now you want us to hold off from chapter 8 and 9 summary, you said?
For now, yes, because I think what's more important to me at this point is getting the presentations done and getting them done effectively. We can come back and look at the theory later. We have an opportunity, I think, right now to look at the notion of getting your presentations done, because at the end of the day, you will have to do more presentation than recite theory. That's how I look at it. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it. But having said that, what I will do is I will go ahead and leave the discussion boards wide open. So you can turn the discussion boards in when you feel like it. I will go ahead and change the due dates on that. Simply for the fact that I think the actual presentation and speeches take precedent. Again, what I also think is important too is that we will go ahead and cut back on one speech so that everyone has an opportunity to give me their best presentations, and to make things better for everyone, I will count the best speech that everyone does, twice. So that will help you to, one, have some level of academic success, but at the same time, I don't want anyone to feel as though that they've been cheated. And for me personally, I feel like I kind of dropped the ball on a few things, so I want to make sure that I give you every opportunity to be successful. So whatever I can do to make that happen, I'm willing to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair, don't you?
Agreed.
Okay, okay. All right. Are there any other comments or questions? If you have individual comments or questions, feel free to contact me, and I will do my best to get back with you by email. Having said that, again, I've been inundated. I do plan to return back to try and get back in contact with you within 24 to 48 hours. I apologize for that. That's something that I have to work on, and I've got to fix that, and I own that. But like I said, my goal is not to see anyone not succeed, but to make sure that you all not only succeed academically, but take a good positive skill set away from the class. So, you know, whatever I can do to make that happen, please ask me, and I will do my best to accommodate. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everyone have a good night. Thank you for coming in. I apologize for being late, but I'm sure this is going to help everyone. The Hangout, again, I'm going to make it available on demand. In addition to that, I'm going to also make sure that these speeches are also available for you in the content section, so you can go back and refer to them as you need to. And again, contact me if you need any further assistance, okay?
Okay.
Have a good fall break. I will see you guys in a week, okay? Talk to you soon.
Sure.
Bye. Take care.